This section provides a comprehensive review of Italian verbs. It helps you understand the Italian verb system and how it differs from the English verb system. It also offers suggestions that will help you memorize the regular and irregular conjugations as well as the use of the correct mood and tense. The subject pronouns section introduces the Italian subject pronouns and their corresponding English subject pronouns. Being able to use the correct pronoun and/or its corresponding verb form in any context is essential. Unlike in English, Italian verb endings almost always vary from subject to subject. Each verb chart is divided into two columns, singular, plural. Io, I, tu, you, lui, he, lei, she, lei, you, formal, noi, we, voi, you, loro, they. The Basics on Verbs section helps you identify the basic structure of an Italian verb, root, and verb ending, as well as recognize the main groups into which Italian verbs are classified. The Italian moods and tenses section explains what Italian moods and tenses are, to help you quickly identify which mood and tense to use when translating from English. It shows how the 7 Italian moods and their simple and compound tenses relate to those in English. The compound tenses section supplies the necessary tools to form a compound tense, how the past participle is formed, and how to choose the appropriate auxiliary verb. The indicative mood section explains when to use its 4 simple and 4 corresponding compound tenses. Examples of the usage of these tenses are provided. The formation of each tense is thoroughly discussed, illustrating the regular conjugation, the spelling changes, if any, and the irregularities. When it is possible, a pattern of irregularity is provided in order to help you understand the irregular forms. The conditional mood section explains how to form and when to use the present or simple conditional and its corresponding compound tense, the perfect conditional. The subjunctive mood explains when to use and when not to use the subjunctive mood. The subjunctive mood conveys the opinions and attitude of the speaker. It expresses uncertainty, doubt, possibility, or personal feelings rather than fact. The verbs that prompt the use of the subjunctive are listed in a quick and easy reference. Then the various forms of the subjunctive, its present and its corresponding compound tense, the present perfect, and the imperfect and its compound tense are presented. The imperative mood section is on the formation and use of the formal and informal forms of the imperative, the mood used to express commands, exhortations, and suggestions. The non-personal forms section discusses the formation and uses of infinitives and gerunds. The focus is on the construction stare plus gerund. Reflexive verbs are more common in Italian than English, and the reflexive form section is dedicated to understanding how to conjugate reflexive verbs and how Italian reflexive verbs are translated into English. The verb usage review ends with the impersonal verbs section, covering verbs that require special constructions such as piacere, to like, and the uses of certain verbs for which the meaning is changed based on the particular tense that is used, dovere, potere, volere, and the conditional sentences. The verb charts section has 575 fully conjugated verbs listed in alphabetical order by their infinitive. Each chart identifies the infinitive and its English meaning, the auxiliary verb it uses to form compound tenses, the past participle, the gerund, and the imperative forms. Then each verb is shown in its simple and compound tenses. Each chart is followed by 3 or more example sentences in Italian translated into English, showing the meaning of the specific verb and the usage of the tenses.
Some verbs include a note. For example, if the verb has a reflexive counterpart, the note before the examples explains the reflexive use of the verb and the reflexive pronouns are shown. The note also indicates if the verb requires a particular preposition or any other particular issue related to the use of the verb. Andare. To go. Auxiliary verb, essere. Past participle, andato. Gerund, andando. Imperative, tu va, vai, non andare. Lei vada, noi andiamo, voi andate, loro vadano. Mode. Simple tenses. Singular. Present. Vado, vai, va. Imperfect. Indicative, subjunctive, conditional. Andavo, andavi, andava. Past definite. Andai, andasti, andò. Future. Andrò, andrai, andrà. Present. Vada, vada, vada. Imperfect. Andassi, andassi, andasse. Compound tenses. Plural. Andiamo, andate, vanno. Andavamo, andavate, andavano. Andammo, andaste, andarono. Andremo, andrete, andranno. Singular. Compound tenses. Present perfect. Sono andato o andata. Sei andato o andata. È andato o andata. Past perfect. Ero andato o andata. Eri andato o andata. Era andato o andata. Past anterior. Fui andato o andata. Fosti andato o andata. Fu andato o andata. Future perfect. Sarò andato o andata. Sarai andato o andata. Sarà andato o andata. Present perfect. Andiamo. Imperfect. Andassi. Present conditional. Andrei. Plural. Siamo andati o andate. Siete andati o andate. Sono andati o andate. Eravamo andati o andate. Eravate andati o andate. Erano andati o andate. Fummo andati o andate. Foste andati o andate. Furono andati o andate. Saremo andati o andate. Sarete andati o andate. Saranno andati o andate. Siamo andati o andate. Siate andati o andate. Siano andati o andate. Fossimo andati o andate. Foste andati o andate. Fossero andati o andate. Saremmo andati o andate. Sareste andati o andate. Sarebbero andati o andate. Note: if andare is followed by another verb, to go dancing, the sequence andare plus a plus infinitive is used. Andare is conjugated, and the second verb is used in the infinitive. See the fourth example below. A means of transportation used with andare is preceded by the preposition in. When andare is followed by the name of a country, the preposition in is used. When it is followed by the name of a city, a is used. See the third example below. When it is followed by the name of a person, da is used, as seen in the fifth example below. Examples: Dove vai stasera? Where are you going tonight? Lo scorso fine settimana siamo andati al mare. Last weekend we went to the beach. Vado a Roma in macchina. I go to Rome by car. Andiamo a ballare il giovedì. We go dancing on Thursdays. Domani andrà dal dottore. Tomorrow he is going to the doctor. Ti va un caffè? Would you like a coffee?